Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews.
Wow, small slip up there. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube. What is going on, everybody? Great to see everybody here. Give me that thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me okay and see me okay. That would be amazing. And we'll get started in just a few here. Great to see all of you guys. We've got a hoppin' lobby right now, including over on facebook.com/peepthisoutshow as well. Shout outs to all the peeps over on the side over there as well too. They're great to see all of you. Still working on a way to integrate the chat function over on Facebook into what I'm looking at here on YouTube. But in the meantime, you have actually access here. So I'll be kind of swinging in here to see what is going on as I'm going. And naturally, if you guys want to leave some comments, I'll try my best to answer them in between everything that I'm doing here as well. But I appreciate the love and support over on facebook.com/peepthisoutshow. I really, really greatly appreciate you guys patronizing the site and checking things out, which I appreciate. So let me jump back on over to see what we have got going here on the mothership. And we've got plenty of thumbs up going here as well too. Great to see all of you guys. It's been a very long week and I don't see any end in sight with the content coming your way. We'll see about maybe early this coming week. Maybe I'll skip one day coming up this week, but I'm going on almost 2 weeks straight of a lot of content here as well. But there's lots to do, lots of things that have been pre-production and planning for you guys. So I'm excited to naturally produce it as fast as I can and get it out for you guys as fast as I can. Usually not the same day because it takes a lot for me to do what I do in that way, unless I'm starting something very early naturally. But it's always a blast to get it out there regardless and give you guys something to look at, something to talk about, and naturally add to the community, which is my main goal, is to just keep adding to the conversation at the same time. So shout outs to everybody. Welcome to the Friday night live stream for April 4th. I'm telling you, April 1st was no joke. No joke. It's still just a very busy start to the month. But great to see all of you guys. Let's see. Let me shoot up to the very top and see who we've got here. We have got Erna785, our 80s music aficionado in the house. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. We've definitely missed you. I know your schedule's been changing around, but thankfully you've got the replays available. Incidentally, the replay to this stream will most likely be going live either on Sunday or Monday. I haven't decided just yet, but I definitely have a new review coming out for you guys tomorrow. And then you'll see probably either a new review or this replay on Sunday, Monday. I'll kind of flip-flop and see what happens. In terms of how my schedule is moving along. But then naturally the new week's going to begin and you'll find all the goodies there. So 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is my time frame that I like to shoot for every single day that I release. And it's been literally every single day this past week. Hopefully you guys don't mind. I'm definitely giving you guys some goods here for sure. We'll talk about that in just a bit. But welcome Erna785. Sticker collecting's in the house as well. Klon Go in the house as well too. Yo, yo, yo. Urza Ender, absolutely. Randy Molina, what is going on? Great to see you. Appreciate all the goodies that you guys are throwing into the chat here. I love all the emojis with everything. Foodies86, what's going on? Great to see you, my friend. Wanted to try those Popeyes fried pickles. They look like a letdown. A little bit of a thin pickle on the inside of those things. And if you take a look at my review today, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. That was just a little quickie to do. I thought about doing that review together with the sandwich because it's just a small thing. But I'm like, you know what? Let me just kind of stretch it just a little bit and give the showcase to one of these things there without making it too long for the video. So take a look at that. But they really cut those pickles kind of thin. I wasn't expecting it to be like the sandwich. That would have been great. But it is what it is. Matt Dummett, what's going on? Shout outs to you there. I missed you when I was typing away here with all the peeps that are here in the very beginning. So please accept my humble apologies. Thanks so much for being here. Carl Broussard, what is going on? It's time for another situation as always. Drew's Food Reviews, my AARP aficionado. What is going on, brother? It's a situation time. Hope it's a banging one. I think it may be tonight. Well, hopefully every time we do these streams it is, right? Let's see. Carlos Cardenas, Alex Web 98, of course. You guys are all chatting away here. And yes, of course, I heard about Val Kilmer. Alex, definitely a very, very sad situation. I couldn't believe that. 65 years old of pneumonia. Considering everything that he's been through, very, very sad loss for sure. That one really hits a lot of these stars lately. They're really hitting close to home because a lot of it is like my childhood. for a lot of these. I first saw Val Kilmer back in Top Secret, which was like in the age of Airplane and all those zany comedies back in the days in the 80s, and I love that movie, Top Secret. So really sad, really, really sad for sure. And yes, Erna, this week is exactly 40 years since the #1 hit Phil Collins' One More Night became #1. I do remember that song absolutely there. And I was actually, I think I redid, actually I did, I retweeted on X, actually, a repost, whatever Twitter is called these days. When you repost, it's not a tweet, I guess, or a retweet. There was actually a little clip of In the Air Tonight, I believe, that he sang there in front of like a huge audience way back in the day, like in the 80s, way back. And he basically is sitting on stage, and then he gets up and walks over to the drums and gets right into what he does. And it was awesome. I mean, that you know, the album for No Jacket Required back then, that's like literally the anthem of like the 80s, a lot of it, you know, Miami Vice, all those shows back then. Really, really awesome. Just a major talent with that as well. So very, very cool. Urza, like the Snack Stash review from Carl's Jr. Yeah, that was a little quickie to throw together as well. Like 3 of the main things that you can get there out of the 5. I tried to pick some of the ones I think that would visually look pretty awesome. That wasn't just the usual stuff there. And since it's been a minute since I've tried their jalapeno popper bites, I had to go for those. So it was definitely a lot of fun to check out. And Carlos Cardenas is ready for action for sure. Are you ready to party? Live chat with Ian K, and we're about to peep this out. Yes, we are. Absolutely there. Clown Go, banging reviews this last week. Great job. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. A lot of work goes into this stuff. But when it comes out one after the other like that, and I take a look at those thumbnails from the past week, I'm like, wow, I'm really glad that you guys are digging the goodies there. I have a lot of fun producing it for you. So it's always a blast to do. And yes, Claw, it's definitely been a crazy couple of weeks. I can attest to that as well. I'm glad that you're here. You can use the weekend to rest up and chill, which I'm hoping there. So I'm sending some hearts out your way there. Hopefully you can recharge a little bit there. Very, very cool. Good times, good times. So guys, as we are about to get started right now, and also just to do a little housekeeping, especially for those folks on Facebook, if you guys want to donate to the channel, should you wish to, by jumping over to YouTube. I'm not sure exactly how that works on Facebook, but if you know, you know, that type of thing. Take a look at the description box down below, or the first pinned comment on the replay if it's there. Typically, it's always going to be in the description. But you'll find ways to do that to the channel. Keep in mind, if it's on YouTube, it's going to be taking a little bit from you. So if you use the PayPal links, it's usually more direct, and they don't do that. For sure. So you'll find ways to do that there. You'll find your name up in lights over here as well as down over here underneath the chat on screen for you. And of course, you guys will be listed in the description box down below when the replay goes live. So lots of ways to do that. And again, thank you so much for any and all that you guys do. Naturally, with the pricing here in Southern California, it definitely helps with everything going on. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, I look forward to putting as many names of you guys down below, of course, in the description box there as well. Drew, always boss, you know how we do, boil down bang situation, gangster style. Yes, 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 you already know. Yes, Dom, not to worry. The Fruity Pebbles donut is definitely in effect there. And of course, you're going to see that very, very soon. Trust me. Let's see here. Who else do we have? Scott Messerschmidt, what is going on? I'm glad that you're back, Scott. Glad that you're back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Carlos Cardenas, hey Ian, save your energy, not forcing you. No worries, no worries. I guess I'm a little amped tonight. Just a little bit. Not super hungry tonight for dinner. I'm probably going to do maybe a bowl of cereal, believe it or not, after I do this. I want to catch up on a few shows tonight, try and relax a little bit, because like you guys too, it's been a crazy week, and just in general of just content creation and life in general. So I am looking forward to a little relaxation time tonight. Shout outs to all my peeps, all my familia that maybe were watching as well, maybe out in Beaumont, if my aunt is watching with my uncle, who actually his name had just happened to be Bruce Wayne, by the way, no joke. So Uncle Batman, hello, hello. Shout outs to you there. And hope you're doing okay. And yeah, we're going to have definitely some fun tonight. Something is going to be, I think somebody's going to appreciate this maybe a little bit more when I do this. And I'll explain what it's going to be later on tonight. So when we do that review here in just a few, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's see here. Randy Molina, Urza Ender, Glad you're digging all the content. And let me just shoot on down over here as well. Luis Cano, what's going on, my friend? Doing okay, doing okay. Definitely looking forward to relaxing, like I mentioned there as well. Klongo, I'm back with channel member and it worked. Yes, awesome. You got the emojis going there too, my friend. Shout outs to you there. And yes, Armando, I've been watching all the Nintendo Switch 2 action on there, but major boo-boo on the screen for 1080p. I guess that's cool and all, but it only means in a couple of years they're going to do an OLED or whatever's going to be at that time. So honestly, I'm really disappointed that they didn't just jump right to the 4K thing. Now, I know you can do 4K on your big screen and stuff like that, which is cool, but the actual unit itself, you know, my S25 Ultra has got a screen that's better than the Switch 2. And in this day and age, doing anything 1080p is kind of a boo-boo. It's almost like the equivalent of like a 720p screen still. Which is the original Switch, as you know. So I really don't know what to think about it yet. I love the hardware upgrades. I think it's really a more of like a refined version of the original Switch, but the graphics, I don't know what they're running on it there. If it's a hyper version of the original chip, the graphics don't really look overly like over the top, I was thinking, for a next generation thing. It looks like pretty much the same Switch with some HDR and 120 hertz frame content, you know, that's there. So I'm going to reserve judgment. We're going to see what happens here. I don't know if I'll, you know, switch over to the dark side, so to speak, I should say, and pick up a Nintendo system. I haven't done it since GameCube. I stopped at that point way back when, and I've just been Xbox and PlayStation since. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. I can't see spending $450 on a 1080p screen device just to play, you know, focused IP from Nintendo. I love Mario. I love, you know, Donkey Kong and Zelda. But I got to see that third-party support. They always have a problem with that. It's never as high as the other guys. So if you really love the other ones, you know, like I said, you're going to be, you know, in hog heaven with that one. But we'll have to wait and see there, considering the price point. What is it, like 80 bucks for a game, which is insane? 90 bucks for the physical copy, so digital is 80. There is just a lot of, like, you know, little red marks or luck with all these things. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll wait and see. We'll see what happens. But it looks great. I have to admit, the design looks, you know, pretty cool. And, you know, the fact that they're magnetic Joy-Cons in there, you can use them as a mouse. There's a lot of cool things with it. It's just, it just seems a little underpowered still compared to everything else that's there. So, and you know, the Xbox with their handheld and obviously PlayStation, they always come out and they hit hard with the hardware. And I'm a hardware guy. So, I mean, I like the idea of the most powerful thing you can get. It'd be pretty awesome. So, Noelle's in the house. My sister is here. Shout outs. And yes, Iceman, you already know. You already know, sis. It is what it is. But very, very sad. Very, very sad. Eduardo, thanks so much for jumping on. Great reviews. Awesome YouTube channel. Kudos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And kudos to you for being here tonight. You guys definitely make the world go round. This is one of the reasons I love doing the live streams, because I can interact directly with you guys and you can feel it. You know, that's the thing there. I mean, it's one thing, I understand comments on stuff on videos, which I do every so often. It seems like once in a blue moon lately, because there's just so much that I'm doing at one time. I hope you guys understand. I love being able to connect with you guys on this level, and I think it makes a little bit of a difference, just a little bit, by doing it this way, as opposed to the written word, which can kind of be like, you know, thank you, thank you, thank you, which I always type, and you guys all know that. But I love being able to, you know, kind of like shoot stuff around with you guys here live, which is always fun. So definitely cool. And yes, Larry, by the way, shout outs to you there. I do, yeah, the movie Heat, that's one of my all-time greats right there. That scene, I remember when that movie was filmed back in like the 94, I think. It came out in 95, but that scene in downtown LA is awesome. I mean, that gunfight scene is epic. It really, really is. It really is pretty awesome. I usually, whenever I catch that on YouTube, because sometimes it comes in my feed, somebody posts it and just YouTube just knows what I like, I guess. There's a really, really cool sequence there that's long too, from the beginning until the end. I love that whole sequence. I have to watch it every single time. It's just so awesome. Favorite movie with Val Kilmer is probably going to be Heat. I do like The Doors. I think he did a great job with that one. And obviously, although I didn't really care for Batman Forever, I thought they really made the character kind of ridiculous, even though I know it's Batman. But considering what the first two Batman movies previously were like, I thought that the third one went way over the top with the neon and the goofiness. They tried to bring back a little bit of the camp there. So they changed a lot of what Tim Burton was doing. Even though he was one of the producers, I think, on that one, there was different director, different vision. But I thought Val Kilmer looked pretty good as Bruce Wayne. I thought it was a pretty good, you know, version of him with the bat suit, especially. I thought it was cool. Robin was horrible. I didn't like Chris O'Donnell. I didn't like that whole thing with it. And then obviously Batman and Robin, forget about it. That was just a garbage movie in general. Anyway, so but yeah, very sad loss. Absolutely very sad loss there. Russ Porter, best Phil Collins song is Susudio. Absolutely. I think that's one of the best ones. I don't know about the best. I think Still in the Air Tonight is probably one of my all-time favorites. I love Land of Confusion as well too. I think that's a great one. And there's another song I think with Billy Ocean, I think. An Invisible Lover, I think it's called. She's an easy lover, something like that. I think that's what it is. Invisible Lover. What am I thinking? I don't know what's going on there. But some good times there. And yes, Dom, again, coming back to a Krispy Kreme, the Fruity Pebbles donut. You will see that on the channel very, very soon. Have no fear. And of course, it'll be before the ending of that promo for sure. And yes, Larry Nguyen, haven't tried the Doritos. Oh, actually, no, the Doritos Golden Sriracha. I have tried that. Yes, I have tried that. I believe we did that on the stream. If not, I'm mistaken on that one there. And Russ, yes, Subway has the Doritos Nachos. Yes, but you know me with Subway. If you want to catch that review, actually, my buddy The Endorsement just launched it earlier today. We've been talking about that leading up to this as well. So believe me, I am very, very much aware of what Subway does and what they've been doing for sure. So you already know. Let's see. Oh, and just so you know there, yeah, Kyle, the switch prices are boo-boo. We already know there as well too there. And the pre-sale, I guess, for it has been kind of delayed only because they kind of want to see what's happening with these tariff situations going on right now, which honestly, I think people are going way overboard with that whole thing in terms of how that's going to go. So I won't get into it here, but it's going to be curious to see what's going to happen as that thing kicks off there. And yes, happy 60th to Robert Downey Jr. Man, I feel old already. You want to talk feeling old? Eminem's daughter just had a baby. So Eminem is now officially a grandpa, okay? If that doesn't make you feel like a little bit older, just a little, and even for me too, Slim Shady is now a grandpa. That's craziness right there. So shout outs to Haley's little baby there. I think it's Elliot McClintock. Elliot Marshall McClintock, I think is what I saw on that one there. But basically it's Marshall Mathers III, I think is what it is. So yeah, that is craziness right there. That is crazy. Eminem's a grandpa. I'm done. It's over. The party's over, guys. Party's over, said the girl. Oh my goodness. Carl Broussard, did you get the pink lemonade for tonight to review live? You will see all very, very soon. But think about this, Kyle. How often do you see me review like those major fast food items like that here on live? Once in a blue moon I may do, but think about that. What are the odds of that being it at the same time? And yes, Easy Lover, Alex Webb, you got it. You got it. Peep, I love the Minecraft meal from McDonald's. Yes, you know what? I thought this was a lot of fun, actually. I have this sitting over here next to me. This was very, very cool. Basically, the adult Happy Meal. And I think I said, like, in that video when I recorded this on day one of this here, I think it was like, if this one had, like, that question mark on the very front of it, I was thinking that, do-do-do-do-do-do, you know, the whole Super Mario thing right there. So I like the idea of this. It's really, really cool. In terms of the movie itself, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really rushing to go see that movie, but I like the marketing. I just thought it was really, really cool how they did this. Really cool. If any of you peeps are definitely down with good old Minecraft here, give me an axe in the chat over here for you builders, or some wood if you like, an axe and some wood. If you guys are down with this here, I won't tell you which one that I got, but you can take a look at the review. But of course, it's on the inside of this as well. And I think during the review, I put this out there, and I don't know if anyone's even redeemed this yet, but for anyone who may have, if this still works, let me see here. We'll bring this up. There is the code. So if you guys want to write that down, or if you want to scan that right there, and hopefully you guys can make use of that, you're more than welcome to, because I haven't played in a long time for this. And I won't show you the front of the card just to be on the safe side here, because I want you to check out that review if you haven't checked it out already. So very, very cool with what they've got going there. My feelings of Jason Momoa, though, and Jack Black in this movie, I just don't know. Ever since I guess I can't forgot the name of the character from Game of Thrones there, but when Jason Momoa was on that show, was awesome there. But his movies in general are just okay. He was okay as Aquaman. It was a different version of Aquaman, but I just don't know in terms of this type of thing. But I'm curious either way. I know I'll probably see it. I'm just not going to be rushing to the theater at the same time. But guys, busy week, busy week. Lots of stuff there, obviously. Geez, where to begin with all of this stuff here? Obviously, the Cheesy Bites pizza from Pizza Hut, a lovely situation with that there. There's just so much content now this past week. I don't even know where to begin. I'll just begin there. Taco Bell's Caliente Cantina chicken nachos, or nacho fries, I should say, which was really just a crazy, crazy situation of spicy goodness. But my portion was a little so-so on that. We had the steak toasted cheddar street tacos, the street chalupas, I should say. Do plan on seeing the chicken version of that on the channel very, very soon. Have no fear. The Carl's Jr. Snack Stash, of course, there again, we talked about that. It's kind of like a side item discount that you can get by buy two, get one, or buy one, get two, depending upon the value of each of them. It was a pretty good deal. Guys, Little Caesars back in action. Come on now, baby. You know what it is. The stuffed crust pizza, the pretzel action was amazing with that. You already know. I'm just going to spoil it for you. That was just a delicious situation. I checked that one out with the buttery garlic dip, which was really good. And then we got into some Popeye's pickle action, which they actually released on April 1st, which was kind of cool to do around that time anyway. But really, really cool and really fun marketing with that as well too there. But my version, and I don't know if this is true for everybody, apparently it says that it's supposed to have some type of pickle slaw on there, called like a coleslaw of some type there. I think that may have been the original idea, but it is what it is. I see all the hundreds coming up over here. But yes, good times with that. And of course, as you just saw, the Minecraft movie meal, a Minecraft movie meal, I guess is what they call it, the adult Happy Meal with the goodies there. And then today, the fried pickles that we've got there. So you've got some other stuff coming from Popeyes in the near future there. They did bring back the strawberry biscuits, which I did in the way back in the day as well. So take a look at those. But there's plenty of content for all of you guys to enjoy. And it's been a labor of love to put it together for you. And I'm glad that you guys are digging it. So shout outs to you there for sure. Let's see. My chat is moving along. Baby Slim. I love Slim Shady. Yeah. There you go. Steven Shields, what's going on? Still listening to my Queensrÿche, by the way. Very, very cool stuff there. Operation Mindcrime. I remember you, Steven. I remember you. What's going on? Let's see. Larry Nguyen, I can't seem to find the Doritos Sriracha Gold. I see it all over the place. I see that gold bag all over the place. Drew, oh, come on now. Do a 50K Subway review and use your AARP discount. That would be something. That would probably be the angle, Drew, if I do that, just so you know. But when that time does come around there, hopefully it won't be too long, I'll get in touch with you to see if maybe you can help me along with the process, because I don't use those discounts as much as you do. So watch for an email or some type of something coming through on social media just to see for sure there. Invisible Touch, Easy Lover, two separate songs. There it is, Drew. There you go. I was thinking, my mind was like going in there. It was going like, I knew I was in that right frame. It's just, I was getting crossed right there. Like my wires were crossing in there too. So good times with that. And yes, Claude, Mike McDonald should do a Halloween edition of an adult Happy Meal. Maybe the toy can be a collectible of a horror icon. You'll probably never see that from McDonald's, but maybe just like little cute versions of what they do with their main mascots. You know, I think they'll probably do something like that. If anything, I'd like to see that maybe with like Carl's Jr. or maybe even Jack in the Box. That'd be kind of cool. You haven't seen a movie tie-in in a while, actually. I remember Carl's Jr., the last major thing they did was Jurassic World Dominion, I think it was. I think I had some fun with some graphics with that. They had a few different items that came out. And I had some green screen dinosaur effects and stuff like that too. So for sure. Alex, thoughts on the Jason Momoa and the 2021 Dune remake? I like the first one. And you know what? I haven't seen part 2 yet. I know it's available to stream right now. So I will be definitely doing that. I will definitely be doing that at some point soon. Maybe even this weekend. I kind of feel like doing something like that, to be honest, to catch up on a good blockbuster movie like that one. And yes, Steven, still jamming out the Queensrÿche, of course. And I do follow Jeff Tate actually on Instagram as well, and he's doing with his band. Obviously, it's basically Operation Mindcrime, the album, but they call themselves, you know, Operation Mindcrime. for legal reasons for the band when they broke up or when he left the band and everything. So I'm really excited to see if he does make it back to this end of the US. It'd be cool to see him actually as well. That would be pretty awesome. Carlos, since when did Popeyes release a pickle meal? Exactly. Well, they have the 2 sandwiches you can get for 13 bucks, I think it is here, and a side of those fried pickles as well too that way. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. And Drew, are you using your AAR pre-discount on Carl's Jr.? Good job, Ian. There you go. I just mentioned your name, Drew, because you're the leader when it comes to that. Sweet Shay, what's going on? Shout outs to you. Great to see you. Great to see you. Randy, haven't seen any of the new Wonder Bakery items there. I'm curious to try them, and I'd like to probably try them here on stream with you, of course, when that happens there. So I have to do a little food shopping over the weekend, so I think once I do that, I'll take a look and see if they're over, but I haven't seen them just yet, for sure. What is your favorite Star Wars movie from Louis Cano? I like Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace. Wow, I think you may be in the minority with that one, Louis. Luis, it's that first one was kind of so-so for me, although Darth Maul was pretty awesome, I have to admit. Favorite Star Wars movie? Wow. As much as I like the way that they connect it with like the expanded universe in there as well too, I thought Rogue One was pretty awesome. I like the ones where they kind of take some of the prequel stuff where they give you the backstory and they connect them with the other ones there. But my all-time favorite is probably going to be Empire Strikes Back, because I remember that as a kid and because it was so dark, and it was kind of the midpoint where it ended on a sour note. Like you couldn't wait for, at that time it was going to be called Revenge of the Jedi, but they changed it to Return of the Jedi. So there's a lot of stuff, like the whole history about that whole name change with everything. But I'd probably say Empire Strikes Back and Rogue One, because that last scene in Rogue One, not to spoil it for anybody, but there's a hallway scene with Darth Vader, which really makes him really scary. Like he should be. He's not like, he's a tragic character, but I love the fact that he's just really hardcore visceral in that. And that's a great sequence there. If you guys agree with that, put some swords or something in the chat over here, because that hallway scene in Rogue One towards the end was flat out amazing. I had my hands up watching that like it was a roller coaster ride. It was so cool to watch what was going on there. Really scary stuff. So good times there. Saber fan, what's going on? What's going on? Great to see you. What's it being? Best food reviewer on YouTube. Thank you so much, Saber fan. I appreciate that. Appreciate the love and support as always. You already know. Let's see. Dunk, what's going on? Faded. There you go. Do what you do. It's Friday night and I'm feeling all right. There you go. As long as you're just safe and you're all right. It's all good. Let's see here. Yes, I heard about the tornadoes in the Midwest area there, Armando. Crazy stuff going on. Crazy stuff going on. I know it's with the weather especially there. And we know a thing or two about what's going on crazy on this side of the country with our fires and everything else that's happened recently. Scott Rush, what's going on? Having a cheese snack from the air fryer. Nice. If I'm not mistaken, I think my sister may be giving my little nephew, little Jackson, a little cheese snack that she made, a cheese snack from the oven. I actually did that the other day. I was just feeding this little pup these little cheese snacks. He was loving it. Loving it. Armando, yes, Xbox 360 turns 20. Kind of crazy. Crazy to think about. 2005. Wow. That was a crazy time for sure. Let's see. Drew, so I think you're going to do some box opening 101 tonight. I'm not sure, but you shall see very soon. In fact, in a minute or two here, to be honest. Brown Mild, I think, yes, we've done the Cheetos, the Pizza Cheetos, Cheeto Puffs. We did those, actually. Take a look at that. That's actually one I did here on stream. You should be able to find that in the replays, the Livestream Replays playlist here on the channel, for sure. And while I'm thinking about it also real quick here, let me just drop this on down and see. Shout outs to the peeps over on the live stream on facebook.com/Peep THIS Out show. Shout outs to you guys. Again, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. You already know what it is. All right, let me swing on back on over. And yeah, you guys are all enjoying it right here in the chat as well. Russ Porter, yeah, Rogue One had the AI version of Peter Cushing and Carrie Fisher, Carrie Fisher in there. Very cool how they did a lot of the things in that. It was really very cool. It really was. I enjoyed it. Rogue One, the last, literally the third act on was pretty amazing. like a direct connection to the first movie, literally, which was episode 4. It was really, really cool. Drew, they see me rolling, they hating, they want to catch me riding dirty. Every time I see that, I almost got to sing it. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's see here. Clown Go, have you been able to see anything new movie-wise, Hard Eyes or In the Monkey? I haven't seen any of it. I've been literally, as you can see by all the content that's been coming out, guys, it has been very, very hard for me to do anything but build and create and put out there. And before I go get the review, yes, Steven Shields, the new Superman trailer. I'm a little on the fence with the character's look in this movie, but I know they're going for something completely different. They have to do something different. It's really a little bit of a drastic change to the outfit. I really hope they kind of revert back to the original a little bit there, but it was a pretty cool extended clip. If you guys saw yesterday, there's CinemaCons going on right now, so there's a whole bunch of stuff coming out. The new Naked Gun movie with Liam Neeson playing the son of Frank Drebin. I saw that trailer, looked pretty funny. I don't know how that's gonna go, but we'll see there. But there's a lot of movies being unveiled, and obviously Superman, they had an extended scene showing that scene where Superman hits the ice in the Fortress of Solitude, comes up there, and then he's kind of being put back together or being, you know, healed after being in battle and stuff. It was kind of interesting to see what they're doing there. I won't spoil the rest of it. Just take a look at the trailer. It's all over YouTube and everywhere right now. But we'll have to see there. Again, it looks very much like a Guardians of the Galaxy-esque type of movie like you'd expect from James Gunn, but obviously it's Superman. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. But I'm going to keep an open mind. I'm excited to see what's going to be. I know there's a trailer for Final Destination as well. I haven't watched that yet. I got a lot to do tonight, so trust me, I'm going to be on it. I am definitely going to be on it for sure. So, all right, guys, let me go grab the review real quick, and then we'll get right back into it there, and then we'll continue on. Sean S. Celik 2006 is up in here. What is going on, brother? Great to see you. That is my true brother from another right there. That's my boy right there in effect. So shout outs to you. And I'm excited to see what's going to be coming out here. Drew, yes, he's a review machine this week. It's been crazy. You already know what it is. So, all right, sit tight. I'm going to grab the review, and then we'll get this going over here. So shout outs to all you guys there as well. And shout outs to Celik jumping in there with the super chat of the evening right there. He's trying to start the chain reaction begins. There you go. I'm shooting you a heart and obviously a like and a shout out there, and I appreciate your love and support as always. Mi familia, you already know what it is. All right, guys, so sit tight. I'll be right back, less than a minute or so, give or take, and then we will get this going. So until then, we've got something for you to check out here, and it's going to say, stand by. I'll be right back. Hang on.
Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
All right, we are back. let the chat reset here for just a second. And we'll get this going here in just a minute for you. Let me see here in the chat. Drew, go get the box. You think it's a box of something? Go get that Subway footlong. You guys are just clowns. Oh, man, man, man. Good times, good times. Let's see, what else do we have over here? Larry, haven't seen the Megan 2.0 trailer. I saw it's in my feed, actually. It's actually everywhere. I'm sure they're pumping that out there. So I'll probably check that one out as well. But I've got a few trailers to check out later on tonight for sure. Absolutely. Let's see. Excelente. Looks like everything is moving along. All right. There we go. It is in there as well. Okay. So, guys, let's get this going here. This is going to be something kind of interesting because I'm very curious about this. And honestly, I'm doing this in the honor of somebody that I think is going to appreciate this because I know I'm being watched over right now. And as hard as this is for me to kind of do at the same time, this is something that I know that my mom would appreciate because, guys, we're going to be taking a look at a little fun one tonight since we're in the time of Easter for 2025. So we got to do a little bit of Peeps. The Rice Krispie Treats. I was very curious to see how this flavor is going to translate over here. So obviously this is the official dealie that's in there as well too there. And a lot of you peeps who know, the reason why my channel is named Peep This Out is because my mom, when I was deciding on what I was going to do and I was kind of writing some things and I was, sketching what I wanted to kind of do or just kind of brainstorming, I asked her, just what should I call the channel? And she was eating Peeps. She was sitting there having these here. And for some reason, it just kind of stuck. We're peeping out or peep this out or something along those lines. And it just made sense. So my mom has always said that she's taking credit for the name of my channel the whole time. And obviously that's what that is there. So tonight, in honor of the moms, for sure, I definitely wanted to do this because I know whenever I would do the Peeps reviews on my channel, she would always want me to bring them to her. And that was the thing with that is I really kind of enjoyed being able to kind of do that at the same time. So, these are always, it's going to be always a little melancholy for me to kind of do these types of reviews, but I like doing them because of what it is. It's one of the reasons I like to do the Krispy Kreme reviews because my mom always loved Krispy Kreme reviews on my channel, and I love showing the donuts as close as I can and showing her all the details and the way that I always do my stuff. So this looked pretty interesting when I was doing my rounds. And I saw they actually had these at Target. So I was like, wow, let me give these a shot. Rice Krispie Treats. And of course, it's Peeps for sure. So these are always going to hold a special place in my heart for it there. And I appreciate all of the hearts and everything in there as well, too. I greatly appreciate that. So I definitely wanted to do this tonight. And we may take a look at another version of Peeps at some point during the month there, naturally, probably around Easter, maybe for that weekend previous. We'll have to see. But I don't really do very many Peeps, naturally, but once in a while. But certain flavors like this, they stick out. And this really looked pretty interesting because, guys, the Rice Krispie Treats, how could you not like Rice Krispie Treats? I mean, it's essentially just Rice Krispies, sugar, marshmallows, and, it's a very tasty thing. So marshmallow flavored, it's basically just the ingredient, but flavored overall as being Rice Krispie Treats. So I thought I would give this a shot. And there's really no box opening 101 on this one. It's basically just two seams on the either side of this here to slide this open. So I don't know how I'm going to do this neatly, but I think I just ripped it to the side. It just rips open. There we go. All right, here we go. I always try and preserve the plastic in this because I always think I'm going to slide it back in here. But we'll see how this goes. Let's try this here. Trying to do this carefully. Okay, well, not bad. Not bad. So, oh, that smells like Rice Krispies. Yeah, okay, so there are 3 individual boxes in here, so I guess I can just slide out the middle one. And look at these guys. Oh, they smell good. Look at that. We got some Peep action all up in this piece right here. Look at them with their little dots. You guys ever see how Peeps are made? Do a search on YouTube for how are Peeps made. You'll see like a lot of food videos. I love watching a lot of that stuff. Whenever my sister and I, we get together and we're watching TV, we usually rotate over to all the videos that are either producing dough or some type of food where you see all the dough mixtures. I love watching all those videos. They're like an hour, hour and a half of just a lot of foreign country stuff going on, or whether it's over in Asia and some of the other ones where they're building all kinds of desserts or making stuff. But whenever they show like the confectionery goodness of the US and they show the certain snacks that are popular, you know, there is actually one for Peeps that they show you, and it's really cool how they make these. But guys, look carefully and you'll see in between them, it looks like it's got a little bit of a golden flare. Do you guys see that? It looks like it's kind of a golden type of thing right there. So I think that's some of the dusting for this as well, because yeah, you can kind of see it, the granules that are on this. It definitely looks like it's sprayed with something. So almost like a little pseudo Pringles situation with that. But I love the little eyeballs right there. They just look really cool how they do the dots, which is a process, by the way. When you see how these are made, they show them that way. So let's give this a go. And wow, look at how this is connected here. You know what? Before I even do this, because I can already tell this is going to be a little bit of a mess. So let me just cover my equipment here. And we'll just take these out really quick. And as you guys can see, look at these little Peeps chicks. One of them is going to have a very bad day right now. And I think it's going to be one of them on the end. And I think it's going to be this little big one. This one here out of the group looks like he's the one who needs to go. He's like the biggest turkey out of this group here. But as you can see, it's a little sticky right there. But there he is, a little chick there. There he goes. Don't mind me. I'm just a grown man eating marshmallow chicks on camera right here on YouTube. There you go. But feast your eyes on that, guys. A little bit of action of Peeps here. You know, for the moms, like I said, my mom's really loves these. I don't want to use the past tense because I just don't want to do that. I'm not going to be able to handle that well if I have to say that. So I know my mom loves these with a passion. She just loves these things, even though they're horrible for you if you have them a lot. You got to be very careful. Everything in moderation, of course. So Rice Krispie Treats, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in so I can lift the box up easier when I do this here. There we go. So here we go. There you go. Product placement for you. The Peeps Rice Krispie Treats action over here on Peep This Out Reviews live if you're watching this right now on April 4th, 8:42 p.m. according to my time right here as well. But Rice Krispie Treats, the little Peeps, let's peep this out. Come on. I'm not getting Rice Krispie with this. For that reason, we're going to have to take off the head. It's going down. Sorry, buddy. I smell Rice Krispie. I'm not tasting Rice Krispie. That's weird. It smells like Rice Krispie Treats. It does. It doesn't taste like a Rice Krispie treat, though. They could have maybe put this as like an air freshener or something and called it Rice Krispie Aroma or something. That's weird. I don't like that. I smell Rice Krispie treats. They smell really good. This is what's really setting me off right now. No, Fox, I don't love it. Good to see you, Fox. Thanks so much for jumping on here right now. But that's weird. It smells like a Rice Krispie treat, but it tastes like a regular marshmallow Peep with like a coating. It's got a little bit of a crunchiness to it because it's sprayed with, I guess, flavor, right? So I don't know, guys. I'm not feeling this here. Let's go for one more bite on this one. I've pretty much gotten everything I can out of it. It just tastes like a regular Peep. It's a little sweet. But nothing is jumping out as being Rice Krispie outside of the way it smells. If you guys have had these yet or before, drop some comments here in the chat if you have, of course. Naturally, if you're watching this on the replay, drop it down below. Does this taste like a Rice Krispie to you? Because for me, it really tastes like a regular marshmallow, just with a little bit of like a coating on it there. But it smells more like it does a Rice Krispie than it does a taste. So it is what it is. Let's just go for one more bite and we'll wrap this with the rating coming up next. But drop those comments. Let me know if you guys have had this. This looks like it's marketing 101, unfortunately, to get me to buy this. This was, I think, about $2.29. I think because it's only available that I've seen in this larger size, coincidentally, in this way. So they're basically selling you 3 packs of Peeps here because they typically come in these single containers in there as well. But then take a look in the very back right there. Yeah, the marshmallow mashup according to this. But enjoy the flavor of 2 iconic treats in one sweet chick. But it's not. It's the smell of an iconic treat, and it's got the familiar Peeps branding to go with. So it is what it is. Let's just go for one more bite, and we'll wrap this with the rating coming up next. Hang on. It's not bad. It's just not good. It's not a Rice Krispie, man. I don't like being taken advantage of like that. 15 chicks. I don't know. I'll have to bring this over to my sis and see what she thinks. Or, you know, some of my buds that I know here. I don't know. It's just not... It looks great. The packaging looks pretty fantastic on it. But it is not, unfortunately, in that mode. So, it is what it is as these chicks are trying to make a break for it. So, overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to have to give this... Wow. I mean, it's good. It's just not selling me on what the flavor is supposed to be. So I'm going to do straight 6.3 out of 10 on this because, I mean, it's a Peep. It's delicious because it's a marshmallow Peep. It's good. It's fun to eat. It's got that little bit of that crinkly, sugary type of coat to it. And it's the classic Peeps, of course. But, and I know that my mom loves the standard regular yellow Peeps. She doesn't like any of the flavors. She's just a purist through and through. I would probably skip this personally, but just because of what it is, I think people are going to buy it like I did because, wow, Rice Krispie Treats, I got to give this a try, right? But it smells more like what it's trying to sell here as opposed to the actual taste. So it is what it is. Chances are you can always melt these down, mix it with regular Rice Krispies and make a real Rice Krispie treat, which I'd probably recommend you do that. I think that'd be kind of fun. See if it tastes a little bit different to you that way. But this is kind of boo-boo, guys, to be honest. It is what it is. I'd buy this on discount. If you see this for anything less than $2.29, I would recommend it. If this is like, you know, obviously right after Easter, it usually goes, what, 50% off or something? That's when you'd probably want to pick these up to try. So it is what it is. I think 6.3 may be a little on the generous side, but it's still a tasty marshmallow chick, and it's definitely a Peep. So I guess I paid for the marketing with these 3 little Krispiteers or whatever they call these guys. I forgot the mascots for Rice Krispies right over here. It is what it is. So 6.3, if you guys agree with that, drop some comments down below. Light it up. Let me know if you agree or not. Do you love Peeps? Do you love the quality of what they are? Is there a particular flavor that you like? I like the Peeps Delights personally. The one with the decadent bits of chocolate on the bottom. I reviewed that way back in the day, I remember. So that's an easy recommendation. The chocolate bottoms with these are pretty awesome. But what do you think? What do you think of this one here? Do you think this works? This seems a little left field for me in terms of flavor, but like I said, different. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and we'll kind of leave it at that because it's a little boo-boo. Drew likes the bunnies better. Yes, I do. I think just visually they look pretty awesome for sure. And Claw, good call on that one. You should try with some ice cream. That would be pretty cool. Keenan Thomas, what's going on? Shout outs to you, man. Shout outs to you. Let's see here. Let me see what you guys are saying here in the chat. Claw and Go, Peeps are good. Love the pumpkins one. Yes, during the Halloween time is always fun. Absolutely there. And my sister, obviously with the chicks, she already knows. Those are the ones right over there. Ian K tonight be like, I mean, it's all right. It's true. I mean, I do tend to like a lot of things because you got to try really hard to mess something up, you know? I mean, it kind of is what it is, but that really does not, you know, goes for it there. It just doesn't really kind of go as hard as it should for that particular thing right there. So it is what it is. Let's see here. Larry, I appreciate that. I know with Mama Peeps, I know. I feel the same way. And my sister and I, we talk about this often. It's a very, very hard thing. Believe me, I try and do what I can to make myself, you know, as good as I can every single day and stay as positive as possible, especially for you guys. But I'm human just like you guys. I have my good days and my bad days. And it's been very hard recently. So it's been very, very tough. So I'm glad to be able to do this for you guys. And like I said, it kind of gets me out of my head from what I'm going through and everything that I'm dealing with. And I get to actually interact with you guys. And you guys make the world go round, and I appreciate it. I just wish I can answer each and every question and comment that you guys throw at me here in the chat, as well as on my videos at the same time. So would you rather me do all of that, or would you rather me make the content and come out with something almost every day for you guys? It's hard because I'm a one-man show. So I would rather build the content and keep you guys entertained as much as I can to help you get out of what you're going through, because I think that makes a difference. And I think that's what I'm going to continue to do going forward for sure. But I appreciate all the love and support from all the peeps here that are throwing out the love there as well, from Mama Peeps as well. And I know she feels it. I know she knows it as well. And I know my sister appreciates it as well too. And we love you guys. You know, we love you guys as well too there. To everyone here watching here, thank you so much for the day ones all the way through. You already know what it is. It's great. It's great to be able to do this for you. And yes, Noel, I will be bringing them over. Thanks for reminding me. Of course, I'll be bringing them over there. I appreciate the comment. We'll most definitely be bringing these over for show. Let's see. Klongo, worst Peep flavor you've ever had, or the best Peep flavor you've ever had? Well, the original one I think is always going to be the best, personally. I think my mom agrees with that. I think she does. Worst flavor? You know, I don't review them enough for the different types of versions they've had to really say what is the worst, because even the worst Peep is still a Peep nonetheless. So you're still going to get some marshmallow flavor. So I can't really answer the worst part of it for you, Claw. But I do think that obviously some go harder than others. I think there was a watermelon one, which was pretty awesome. That one I think I did up in the mountains, believe it or not, way back in the day. I think I remember I had on a Superman shirt, and I did a watermelon Peep. I think I did. I have to do a search for that one. You got me all curious now. I remember doing a review. I actually took my camera at the time and I put it on a tripod, and I went up into the hills, actually into the haunted forest, way back during the day, obviously there. That was a fun story, you guys should know. But yeah, it was one of those types of situations where I did one of those Peeps reviews in the daytime, I remember. I think it was, yeah, up on there. So yeah, for sure, for sure. Alex enjoyed the flounder sandwich just a bit more there. Yes, the flounder sandwich is a banging thing over at Popeyes. I've reviewed it a couple of times. I did the spicy version as well. It is really, really good stuff there as well too. James, let's see, hearing that take a huge toys are taking a huge hit from tariffs. Are you going to be able to keep collecting? I plan to for sure. All the newer stuff that they're going to be dropping here soon. I know things are coming out in the next day or two, if not already there. I have to take a look. I've been kind of taking a little bit of a break from social media at the same time, because I've been so busy building and filming and doing a lot of things at the same time. So I have to catch up on a lot this weekend for sure. Scott, Carlos Cardenas, if you can, you could take my sleep study test. I want to get it out of the way. Stephen Shields, I love sweethearts, chicks, and bunnies. Easter candy, very nice, very nice. Good choices, definitely good choices there for sure. Let me shoot on down here just a little bit. Drew, I got a plush Peep that goes boing boing when you hold it in your hand. You know, it's funny that you say that, because this was one that I got my mom that I got there. And there's nothing that this one does here. This is the official Peeps branding that's on here. And I keep this next to me every time I do my streams. I haven't mentioned it to you guys because I always know that my mom is here. So I always keep this next to me whenever I stream. It's sitting on my little stand right here on my chair. So it's always watching at the same time here. So just so you guys know, a little bit of something from the moms there. So I definitely had to make sure I kept that, because yeah, for sure. It's a little bit of a safety blanket, so to speak. Security blanket is one way I look at it there. I don't know about Peeps, but I love peeping this out. I appreciate that, Donk. You already know what it is. Stephen Shields, it's so nice seeing content creator that appreciates his subscribers. I don't know any other way to be with that. I hope you guys don't feel that from other creators out there, or negativity that way, because you know, we wouldn't be able to be where we are if it wasn't for subscribers and people to watch and enjoy the content. So I appreciate that, Stephen. I appreciate that. I always appreciate you guys greatly there. I know what goes on out there in the world, and I know what we're all dealing with, and we all got to support each other. We're all part of the same race, every single one of us, no matter who you are, black, white, red, brown, green, yellow, whatever it is. We're all part of the human race, And we all got to stick together and help each other because, you know, it's crazy out there in the world. It really is. Let's see. Time to try the new Nashville hot menu from Jack in the Box. Yes, pre-production already on that, my friend. Not to worry. Of course, you already know I'm already up on that stuff. So do not worry. There's lots of stuff coming your way. Well, guys, let me take a quick moment to thank each and every one of you. I can't believe it's already coming up on 5 to 9 already, my time here. So I'm going to be definitely enjoying, I should say, a bowl of cereal after this, just to kind of relax for a little bit there. And I've got some Coke Zero with my name on it to catch up on some shows for sure. If you guys are not watching The Pit on Max, you guys are missing out. Oh my God, this show is just flat out amazing. It's a hardcore show. It's like an R-rated ER. And it's pretty raw in some scenes, but it's basically, I think I explained this last week, there's 15 episodes in the season. Each hour, it's like 24. Each hour is an hour of the shift of these doctors, and it is flat out amazing. It's written beautifully. It's acted incredibly. The story is compelling. There's a lot of things that translate all the way through, and it's just a great show. And it comes out, ironically, every Thursday. Every is a new episode, so you got to check out the latest episode that came out yesterday. I think it's episode 14. I think it's almost over. But it's really good. You guys should be binging that out all the way up to the current there. And then, of course, we've got the White Lotus season finale coming up on Sunday, which I'm excited about. So very, very excited to check that out there for sure. So good times. But I wanted to thank each and every one of you guys for sure. And definitely, you know, again, thank you so much for being part of the program, so to speak, here, naturally here on the channel. If you guys can do me a huge favor, a huge solid, definitely share out the content with all the peeps that you know, of course. If you guys haven't subscribed over to the Facebook page at facebook.com/Peep This Out Show, just hit a like on that one too. That'd be awesome. It really helps you boy out, and it really kind of keeps things moving along. We want to keep things moving as successfully as possible. Of course, the goal is to keep moving forward. You guys are going to get the very best content coming from me all the time. Of course, all the new stuff will be here on the channel for you, and I do enjoy everything that you guys have to say about it, especially here on the streams, which is always fun to do because it's in real time, so I get to acknowledge it immediately. It's not like leaving a comment and like, oh no, what is he going to think about this one? I'm going to be able to see it and hopefully get to you right as it's happening there. So lots of fun stuff to look forward to as always. Naturally, you'll have brand new content coming out tomorrow on April 5th, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, of course. And then you'll find the replay either for this stream, either on Sunday or Monday. I'm kind of flipping between. Last week, I think I said it was going to be Sunday, but then it actually came out on Monday. So 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as well. But you guys have all the new stuff there, and there's a few little backfills that I want to do for certain other menus that are out right now that you're going to find there. And I think you can kind of probably tell which things will be out. And especially when they come out, you'll be able to know, yes, that's what I was talking about. So we'll talk more about that on the stream for next week, which is the plan, of course, as well, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you guys play a big role in what I do here on the channel. You don't realize really how important you guys are. But I take every single one of you as a family member here on the channel very seriously. And I want you guys to know that. And I see all the love and support that you guys are throwing here on the chat, and I greatly appreciate that. And the fact that you guys are really awesome with each other here in the chat as well. Positivity is infectious, guys. It takes more energy to be nice to people than it does to be mean. And that's across the board with anything you do. So be good to everybody and let everybody be good to you. And hopefully you guys feel that as well. And if you can put that out there into the world, it makes it that much more of a better place. And hopefully you guys can take something away from that tonight. So enough of the soapbox. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You already know what it is. Thank you so much for being part of the program tonight. Let me see here. Last couple of things here before we jump in. Larry, one last question. What would happen if there was no more YouTube? You know what? There would be something else. And actually, there's plenty out there if there wasn't YouTube. But you know what? There's always ways to kind of get things out there outside of sites for video sharing services and stuff for content as well too that way. But you know what? Who knows? If there wasn't a YouTube, there'd be something else. It'd be called something else, right? But it'd probably be something like this. So good stuff there as well. Claw, can't wait for you to do the pickle lemonade drink, hopefully. Not to worry, my friend. You're a little clairvoyant, a little bit kind of like AARP. I mean, Drew's Food Reviews. One of those things. Good times, definitely good times. And Drew, yes, you've got the pink one. I've seen different versions of this. I chose this one here because my mom loves the yellow the yellow ones naturally there. So this is the one that I found at the time. I remember this was a couple of years back. But I love the fact that, you know, she had this, and, you know, this is, and she held it, you know, that type of thing. So I really like having this here. So it's always going to be there every time I do a stream in there as well too. So shout outs to you guys for noticing. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Great to see you as well, Stephen Shields. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Queen's Rack, Operation Mindcrime. I still do my editing to it, brother. I still do it when I'm making my thumbnails. I've got that album on. It's still classic. Every song hits on it. It is so good. It is so good. All right, so let me see. Can't wait for always for new content. Stay frosty as well. Klong Go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout outs to you there. Luis Cano, I appreciate that as well. Thank you. Good times across the board for all of you guys. You guys are all amazing. Seriously. You guys are all amazing. So guys, I'm going to be here in the chat for another minute or so until the stream ends. I'll try and answer as much as I can. Anyone who may have donated to the channel, either here or on Facebook, I haven't seen, I have to take a look at that there. Anything outside of Super Chat, I won't know until after the fact. So of course, I'll put you guys down below. But I believe it was just Sean. I think my buddy Sean Celik tonight. So shout outs to you, brother. I know you're doing your thing. You're working right now and you've got me on in the background. So I appreciate you, man. My brother from another always right there. Sean is was definitely one of my faves from my mom. For sure as well. So definitely good times across the board. That you already know what it is. So thank you for being you. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for being just good people in general. Try and extend that to others out there who may not be feeling it, and make somebody smile. Seriously, life is too short for drama. Everything will work itself out. Everything is the way that it's meant to go, and everything will be okay. So try not to be too overwhelmed by what you're seeing in the news and everything else. We have more to worry about, more closer to home, and let's just work on that. So guys, again, one last time, brand new content, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, April 5th, Saturday, and most likely either the replay or brand new content on Sunday. Either way, just check 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You'll see the goodies either way there. And we'll see if at some point I can get some sleep and maybe take a day off this coming week so I can kind of chill. That would be cool. But in the meantime, I will definitely talk to you soon. So with that, it's your boy Ian K officially closing out the live stream for April 4th. It's no joke. It's 3 days after 4th of July, guys. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So while you stay tuned for that next review coming real soon, in the meantime, stay frosty. And with that, peace.